breadcrumbs down to room 2040. We welcome all of you to the committee this morning. We have on the agenda 31 bills. One has been pulled, item 27, AB 2546, Calderon, at the request of the author. We have 7 bills on consent. We also have quite a few bills with support on both sides. So with that, we're going to begin as a subcommittee until other members join us. And the first person who signed in is Assemblymember Rodriguez. And you have item 6, AB 1719 with us. Oh, you brought your display here.
We may not.
Thank you. Welcome to the committee.
Good morning, Madam Chair and Senators.
Just a reminder, members, there's support on both sides for this bill, okay?
I want to begin by accepting the committee's amendments as proposed in the analysis and thanking the committee staff for their work on this bill. AB 1719 is a common sense measure that will put more lifesavers in the community by ensuring every high school student in California receives hands-only CPR training. Hands-only or compression-only CPR is CPR without mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. Every year, there are almost 326,000 out-of-state cardiac arrests, and sadly, only 10% of these victims survive. To date, 33 other states have passed similar legislation with minimal costs and minimal burden to teachers and school districts. AB 1719 provides schools with the flexibility to choose which class to teach CPR and who provides instruction. Teaching CPR to high school students will empower them with the skills needed to increase the chance of survival for cardiac victims throughout California. With me today to testify is Alina Mendez and Deputy Chief Melanie Brandon of the San Francisco Fire Department.
Thank you. In support of the bill,
Yes.
press the red button and you can speak into the microphone.
My name is Elena Mendez, and I learned CPR last year in my early junior year. Sorry.
It's okay.
I ended up using CPR 18 months later on February 1st. To save my great-grandmother's life. I was at home and she had tried to get up out of her chair and she ended up collapsing back into her chair. And I realized my grandmother was only at home, my other grandmother was at home with me, and she was telling me that my great-grandmother was not breathing or responding. So from learning the CPR and taking the class, I recognized that she was having a cardiac arrest. And so I pulled her from her chair and laid her on the floor and called 911. And told them that she wasn't responding or breathing, and they told me I had to do CPR. So I did hands-only CPR, and I pushed hard and fast because I remembered from being told that every second counts. And when I got to the ER doctor who was taking care of her told me that had I not performed CPR on her, he couldn't guarantee that she'd be alive today. And so I'm glad that I learned CPR when I did instead of not learning it at all, because had I not learned it, she wouldn't be here with me today. And last week I graduated high school, and I'm glad that she was there to see me and share that moment with me because of this class.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And this is a picture of me and her.
Oh, nice. Thank you very much. Thanks for sharing. It's a wonderful story.
Good morning. My name is Melanie Brandon. I'm the EMS Training Chief, American Heart Association Training Center Coordinator, and Regional Faculty Affiliate for CPR ACLS and PALS for San Francisco Fire Department. I've been the lead in the fire department's partnership with the San Francisco Unified School District's CPR in the high schools program. In 2015, the San Francisco Unified School District partnered with our fire department and agreed to offer hands-only CPR training to students starting with ninth graders for 3 years. Hands-only CPR is simply the chest compressions needed to circulate oxygenated blood through the victim's lungs into vital organs after a person collapses. And it keeps the victim alive until first responders can get there. There's no certification offered since we did not go through a full 3-hour course with rescue breathing, checking a pulse, and other components. In this last school year, the fire department trained approximately 4,800 ninth graders in 22 of our high schools. In addition to teaching students, we provide instruction to teachers on how to present hands-only CPR. Instruction is conducted during their health class, which lasts about 50 minutes, though the training could be done in as little as 30 minutes. We work with the school district on scheduling the instruction and provide each student with their own mannequin. And keep in mind, this is just instruction in hands-only CPR, not the formal training. So what we do in the training is show them American Heart Association Staying Alive video. We have a full PowerPoint that discusses sudden cardiac arrest, description of chest compressions, use of the AED, choking first aid, how to be heart healthy, and then we have them actually get tested on a real-life scenario of a collapsed victim, during which students follow the steps. They call 911. They perform actual compressions on mannequins on the floor, lasting 5 minutes. And we have them do this because this is the approximate time it takes for first responders to arrive. The idea is to have them remember that they did chest compressions on the floor for 5 minutes back in high school, so they know how to do it when they're confronted with a victim later in their adult life. I personally think, this could be another issue, is if repeated training would be best for the entire country if it could be linked to California driver's license renewals, CPR training. Other countries do this. That's my personal opinion. We applaud the bill's flexibility in allowing schools to partner with organizations such as EMS, hospitals, police departments, and other related professionals to teach CPR. This has been a wonderful partnership to teach students these skills, as well as introduce them to the work we do every day, responding to life and death situations. By requiring all high school students to learn hands-only CPR, many more citizens will be able to perform bystander CPR before first responders arrive, thereby saving thousands more lives in California. With no bystander CPR, there's a 0 to 5% chance of survival from cardiac arrest. With bystander CPR, the chance of survival increases to 30 to 40. So I and the fire department urge your aye vote.
Thank you. In support of the bill?
Madam Chair, Chris McKaylee on behalf of the California Ambulance Association, also in support.
Thank you.
Kula Koenig with the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, proud to co-sponsor this bill.
Thank you.
Good morning, Madam Chair, members of the committee. Kathy Lynch, representing the California Association for Health, Physical Education, Recreation, and Dance in strong support.
Thank you.
Devin Anderson on behalf of the co-sponsors, American Red Cross in support, as well as the American Nurses Association in support too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Joshua Golka with the American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees in support.
Okay.
Good morning. Christy Bauma on behalf of the California Professional Firefighters in strong support.
Thanks. Anyone else in support? Is there any opposition? The committee didn't receive any written opposition. Before we call for questions, how about establishing a quorum?
Lou?
Here.
Lou here. Block? Here. Block here. Hancock? Huff? Leyva? Here. Leyva here. Mendoza? Monning? Pan? Here. Pan here. Vidak? Present. Vidak here. That's 5.
Okay, thank you. We have a quorum. Any questions from the presentation to Assemblymember Rodriguez about this issue? There's support on both sides. The bill has been moved. Would you like to close?
Yes, so thank you, senators, for being here with me today, and hopefully that you join me in helping create a next a new level of lifesavers in the state of California. I respectfully ask for aye vote.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, let's call the roll.
This is item number 6, AB 1719. The motion is due pass as amended to Judiciary Committee. Lou?
Aye.
Lou, aye. Block?
Aye.
Block, aye. Hancock? Huff? Leyva? Leyva, aye. Mendoza? Monning? Pan?
Aye.
Pan, aye. Vidak?
Aye.
Vidak, aye. That's 5.
Sufficient vote for passage. We'll leave the roll open for our absent members. Thank you very much. I'll entertain a motion for the consent calendar. Okay, it's item 2, AB 598, Calderon. Item 4, as amended, AB 1567, Campos. Item 5, AB 1654, Santiago. Item 10, AB 1914, as amended, Bonilla. Item 13, AB 2056, Eduardo Garcia. Item 17, AB 2097, Melendez. And item 28, AB 2659. It has been moved, so let's call the roll.
Lou?
Aye.
Lou, aye. Block?
Aye.
Block, aye. Hancock? Huff? Leyva?
Aye.
Leyva, aye. Mendoza? Monning? Pan?
Aye.
Pan, aye. Vidak?
Aye.
Vidak, aye.
Okay, thank you for the consent calendar. And the next item is AB 491, Gonzalez. I don't see her in the audience. So let's move on to item 9, AB 1846, Lopez. I don't see her in the audience.
There we go.
Lopez? Ms. Lopez? You have 2 items before us, AB 1846 and AB 2091. Welcome to the committee. Item 9?
Good morning,
Good morning.
Madam Chair and members. I would like first to start by accepting the committed amendment. Today I am proud to present AB 1846, which will expand the requirements funding adult education, highlight the need of the demand of funding. By expanding, the report legislator will be available to have the right information and how we can empower funding for more education. As many of you know, this issue is very close to my heart. Adult learning and went to adult schools. Thank you, members, and respectfully ask for your vote.
Okay, so this deals with the Adult Education Block Grant Program, and you accepted the amendment to not only use the block grant, but other sources of funding to do the report.
Yes.
Correct. Okay, those in support of the bill.
Enrique Roach on behalf of Los Angeles Unified School District in support. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, any others in support? Is there any opposition to the bill? We didn't receive any in committee. Any questions from members?
Move the bill.
Boy, this is going to be easy today. All right. All right, okay. Item's been moved. Please call the roll. This is item 9, members.
Item 9, AB 1846. The motion is due pass as amended to appropriations. Lou?
Aye.
Lou, aye. Block?
Aye.
Block, aye. Hancock? Huff? Leyva?
Aye.
Leyva, aye. Mendoza? Monning? Pan?
Aye.
Pan, aye. Vidak?
Aye.
Vidak, aye.
Huff, no.
Huff, no. That's 5-1.
5-1, you have sufficient for passage. We'll keep the roll open for our absent members. Okay, then you have item 16, AB 2091.
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair and members. AB 2091 will be sure that schools are provide that individual education plan IP to the parents in the language they speak between 16 days of the IP meeting, as well as certain documents discussed on those meetings. This will also ensure the IP translated by certificate translator. Today I have several witnesses in support.
Okay, you wanted to amend the bill,
Yes.
correct? All right, and so it's from 30 to 60 days, correct?
30 to 60 days.
Okay, all right, and with a 60-day timeline to provide the translation for the IEP, correct? Okay. In support of the bill.
Buenos días.
Buenos días. Mi nombre es Sandra González. Soy un padre de familia con un hijo diagnosticado con una deficiencia específica de aprendizaje. Estoy representando a todos los padres que no hablan el idioma inglés. Agradezco a CABE por darme la oportunidad de hacerlo. El obstáculo más grande que he encontrado es el de no poder entender al máximo la información proporcionada con respecto a la discapacidad de mi hijo. El problema de él no ha podido ser explicado debido a la terminología utilizada por los diferentes miembros que conforman el IP. Y yo tampoco he podido explicar y expresar mis preocupaciones con respecto a la discapacidad de mi hijo. Cuando un padre de familia asiste a un IP, de por sí se siente nervioso al escuchar al grupo de expertos que forman parte del mismo. El no poder entender sus decisiones y sugerencias es abrumante. El padre se siente culpable y sin poder ayudar. La mayoría de las veces, el padre no puede decidir por su hijo. El IP es un documento muy difícil de entender. Para señalar este problema, el proyecto de ley AB 2091 propone que las organizaciones educacionales proporcionen servicios de traducción dentro de los 60 días de haber tomado lugar el IP. Los documentos a traducir incluyen actuales niveles de rendimiento académico, oferta de FAPE, anotaciones del IP y documentos relacionados con las metas anuales para el estudiante. El proyecto de ley proporciona a los padres que no hablan el idioma inglés la oportunidad de entender el proceso de IP de nuestros estudiantes y forma parte de decisiones que los expertos ofrecen a nuestros hijos. Por favor, pido su voto para el AB 2091.
My name is Rosa Armstrong, and I will be the translator for Ms. Gonzalez. Good morning. My name is Sandra Gonzalez. I am a parent with a child with a specific learning disability. I am here representing all the non-speaking parents. I thank CABE for providing me with the opportunity to represent all non-English speaking parents. The biggest barrier I have encountered is not being able to fully understand the information delivered to me in regards of my son's learning disability. His problem has not been explicitly explained to me due to the educational terminology used by the IEP team, nor being able to express my thoughts in regards of my son's disability. When a parent attends an IEP, the parent is nervous, listening to a team of experts and not understanding what decisions the team is making is devastating. The parent feels guilty and helpless. Most of the time, the parent is not able to make educational decisions for her child. The IEP document is an overwhelming document that it is hard for anyone to read. To address this problem, AB 2091 proposes local educational agencies to provide translation services for students upon request and within 60 days of an IEP meeting. The translated documents include present level of academic achievement, offer of FAPE, IEP notes, and documents related to year goals for the student. This bill will provide non-English speaking parents with the opportunity to understand the IEP process for our children and to be a part of the decisions experts are making for our children. Please vote for AB 2091.
Thank you. Others in support?
Good morning, members of the committee. My name is Anna Donovan, and I am here representing the California Association for Bilingual Education. I am a bilingual education specialist. As a bilingual education specialist, I am called upon to assist in matters specific to special education and English learners. In this capacity, I have experienced the frustration of non-English speaking parents during an IEP meeting. Many parents feel helpless during a meeting in which their child's educational needs are being discussed. One of the biggest challenges a parent or guardian faces during an IEP meeting is not fully understanding how to read a 21-page document describing how their child is functioning academically in school. Many parents will agree and sign the IEP document without fully understanding its content and how it will affect their child. To address this problem, AB 2091 proposes for local education agencies to provide translation services for students' parents or guardians upon request and within 60 days of an IEP meeting. The translated documents include present levels of academic achievement, offer of FAPE, IEP notes, and documents related to yearly goals for the student. This bill will provide parents with the opportunity to understand the IEP process for their children and to be active participants in making crucial decisions in the education of their children. This bill will also ensure that all EL students receive the educational benefits they need to be successful in school. Please vote for AB 2091.
Thank you. Others in support of the bill?
Good morning, Martha Zaragoza Diaz, and I'm representing Californians Together, and we are in support of the bill.
Thank you.
Greg DeGere with the ARC and United Cerebral Palsy California Collaboration, a coalition of people with intellectual disabilities and all developmental disabilities and their families, friends, and service providers, and we very much support the bill.
Thank you. Others in support of the bill? Is there any opposition to the bill? The committee didn't, we didn't receive any written opposition.
Really?
Really, but it's okay, come forward.
We have to close some of some many for some,
Oh,
but we don't list them.
Good morning, members of the committee. My name is Anjanette Pelletier, and I'm a representative of the SELPA Administrators of California. The SELPA Administrators of California wish to sincerely thank Assemblymember Lopez and her staff for their communication, collaboration, and amendments on this bill. We've been working with the author's office and appreciate all of the accepted suggestions and for the technical amendments from 30 to 60 days. We appreciate the intent of this legislation. We support the informed consent and meaningful participation of parents and guardians in the IEP process. We are philosophically aligned with the intent of the proposal. However, we continue to have several ongoing concerns. Our concerns are in two areas: timeline and feasibility of completing translations and the scope of documents that would be included in the translation requirement. We appreciate the 60-day timeline adjustment, but continue to have concerns that the bill language is in excess of current Ed Code requirements, thus forming a new and unfunded mandate on LEAs and SELPAs. There are rare languages for which it is challenging to find qualified translators, and this could dramatically impact the timing of translations. And there are some common languages, such as Hmong, which has no written format. We also believe that there are existing regs in Ed Code which allow for consideration of the feasibility of completing translated documents, which this bill does not include. We continue to have concerns that the scope of documents listed as part of the translation requirement could constitute an expensive and onerous obligation for LEAs and SELPAs. We believe there may be some unanticipated consequences of having to translate all documents listed, such as all documents considered related to the provision of FAPE, as this is broad and unspecific enough to include content considered, such as medical records, outside reports from specialists, or technical and specialized information that could constitute a substantial burden in order to procure qualified and specialized translators. We believe there are existing protections in law to provide translated copies of the IEP documents in regs and Ed Code, and believe this bill represents an additional mandate in excess of federal requirements. We are willing to continue working with the author on this well-intentioned legislation, but as proposed, we must continue to oppose unless amended. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, questions from members? Senator Huff.
I guess it's more of a statement than a question. I was prepared to vote for this, but I was sharing the same concerns as the last speaker. In one of my schools, I know it has between 50 and 55 languages and dialects spoken. And certainly the intent that you have is, I mean, we want people to be able to understand what's going on, particularly when you have something associated with your child that's, you know, the whole nature of what we're discussing here. I am very concerned about the practicality of it for some of those very exotic languages where you can't find a qualified person. Your timeline, as I said, the cost, the mandate, and so I'm going to lay off the vote today. I think it's heading in the right direction. I don't think it's fully cooked, as was well articulated by the last speaker.
Thank you. Senator Leyva?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I want to thank the author for bringing this bill forward. I think it's incredibly important. Every parent wants nothing but the best for their child, and parents are, as stated, are very nervous when they go into an IEP meeting. And if it's not in the language that they understand, they won't best be able to help their child. And isn't that what we always ask, is that it starts at home? And I do understand with the last speaker that there will be some challenges, but we can't think of this as every student needing an IEP. These are a small portion. I don't know what the percentage is, but it's a small portion of students that require an IEP. I hope you can continue to work together, but very happy to support the bill today.
Dr. Pan.
Well, thank you very much. This is obviously a very important issue, and it's very important for parents to be able to understand what's being presented. I did have a question regarding testimony from the opposition, and wonder if you could address this. There are some languages, they made reference to Hmong, and we have a large Hmong population here in Sacramento, in which there really isn't it's mainly a verbal language. The written aspect of it, is somewhat limited or more recent. So even people who speak the language may not necessarily, they weren't taught the written language, depending on the nature of the language. How would that, if you had a language that was primarily an oral language, and someone might have developed a written form of it, but it's not something that was widespread, wasn't taught widely within that population. It was, how would you address that in this particular bill if this became law? So how would that apply?
Yes.
Whoever's the
Well,
or you can get your expert.
Okay. Well, I can share my side. Well, we're gonna include the 10th language at the present. It's more for translation.
So we don't have an answer to that particular.
Okay, there's an answer to that.
So we would say that there are several languages that face the same challenge, and we do appreciate that they accepted our amendment of at the parent request. So we would anticipate that there might be fewer parents requesting the translation if there was not a written format or that they were unable to access that. However, we have across the state of California experienced situations where we have received requests for very unusual languages, and we've procured translators and produced those documents under existing code, sometimes at costs of between $7,000 and $21,000. And then we find out that the parents are not able to access the written format of even a more common language. So, we do, or a more common of the rare languages. And so we do just have concerns that sometimes there might need to be an issue of the feasibility of finding a translator or of considering the timeline extension if we do find a translator for a very rare language.
So I guess the follow-up question for the author is that clearly some of these issues have been brought up. I appreciate your intent, what you're trying to do here. Are you going to be working with the opposition to resolve these issues?
Yes, of course. I'm going to work with the opposition and working in some of the issues if we can fix that ability. But in my personal story, I have my kid with special needs,
right,
and it took over a year to do the translation. So that's why I brought this bill to the table, because I speak Spanish, it's the second language, and it's still 1 year that can take the kid really behind, especially with kids with special needs, when we had to fully understand that the needs for the kids. So for me, it's no price in this. I feel like we had the responsibility and the obligation to provide translation for the parents so they can make the right decision on the time.
Well, I certainly, as a pediatrician, not only as a father, but as a pediatrician who's actually specialize in many children with special needs who receive special education, and often spoke a variety of different languages, I certainly am very both sympathetic and supportive of what you're trying to do, because I can, as a pediatrician, trying to advise these families, and when they can't understand what's going on, and trying to help them with that can be extremely frustrating. So I will be voting for the bill today, but I do, there are some practical things that need to be worked out that I hope you can work out with the opposition, and depending on how that plays out, I'll see what I'll do on the floor. So I support what you're trying to do, but it has to be something that's workable. So. Thank you.
Okay. Any other comments or questions? Did you move the bill?
Move the bill.
Did you move the bill? All right. All right. The bill has been moved. I think Assemblymember Lopez, I would agree. I mean, I'd like to see the bill move on so that we can work out some of the differences we have with the opposition. Okay? All right. So let's call the roll.
This is item number 16, AB 2091. The motion is do pass as amended to appropriations. Lou?
Aye.
Lou, aye. Block?
Aye.
Block, aye. Hancock?
Aye.
Hancock, aye. Huff? Leyva?
Aye.
Leyva, aye. Mendoza? Monning? Pan?
Aye.
Pan, aye. Vidak? Vidak, aye. That's 6.
6 votes, sufficient for passage. We'll keep the roll open for our absent members. I think that Senator Hancock, our budget queen.
With the permission of the chair, I am carrying 2 bills today for Assemblymember O'Donnell, and I need to be in the Budget Committee at the same time. So hopefully they won't take too long.
The members in the audience won't kill you as you present your bills, all right? Thank you for your patience. Okay, so Senator, which bills of Mr.
Well, I
Senator
can
O'Donnell do you have?
begin with AB 2815.
2815,
that's the first bill. It,
oh, people attendance, okay.
yes. And
It's item 29, members. Item
And Madam Chair and members, AB 2815 essentially updates the roles and duties of school district and county board attendance supervisors. This position was established in 1976 and was basically focused on a culture of demanding compliance, punishing truancy, and dealing with work permit laws for students. This bill updates the role to reflect the supportive role that attendance supervisors can and should provide to ensure that students attend school and stay in school. The strategies in the bill were recommendations developed by the State School Attendance Review Board, which included input from today's attendance supervisors. The bill is also very consistent with direction the legislature has taken in the last few years to address truancy through positive measures and the creation of positive school climate. So it will fit very much into the development of positive and effective local control plans. I would respectfully ask for your aye vote on behalf of Assemblymember O'Donnell.
Thank you very much. In support of the bill.
Alejandro Espirosa, on behalf of State Superintendent of Public Instruction, in support. AB 2815 will update the duties of attendance supervisors to include a focus on preventing truancy by improving school climate and analyzing chronic absentee data to provide early identification of high-risk students for early intervention and access to appropriate school and community service. As the author had mentioned, the attendance supervisor has been in statute since 1976, but the role and duties have not been updated since. This is a good time, given the new requirements at the federal level with ESSA. This would update those duties and hopefully improve school climate for all districts.
Thank you. Others in support of the bill?
Chair and members, Brad Strong with Children Now. I'm on the State School Attendance Review Board. It's been the recommendations of the board over the last 2 years. Also lead a coalition, the Chronic Absence and Attendance Partnership. We're in strong support. Ask for your support.
Thank you. In support of the bill?
Good morning, Madam Chair and members. Leangela Reed on behalf of the California Association of School Counselors in strong support.
Thank you.
Kimberly Johnson on behalf of Attorney General Harris in strong support.
Thank you.
Good morning, Martha Alvarez. I'm the Association of California School Administrators in strong support. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, any others in support? Is there any opposition? Seeing none, are there questions from members?
Bill?
Bill has been moved. No questions from members? All right, let's call the roll.
This is item number 29, AB 2815. The motion is due pass to Appropriations Committee. Lou?
Aye.
Lou, aye. Block?
Aye.
Block, aye. Hancock?
Aye.
Hancock, aye. Huff? Huff, aye. Leyva?
Aye.
Leyva, aye. Mendoza? Monning?
Aye.
Monning, aye. Pan?
Aye.
Pan, aye. Vidak?
Aye.
Vidak, aye.
Eight, 8-0, sufficient for passage. We'll leave the roll open for an absent member. And the next bill, Mr. Assembly Member O'Donnell bill?
Yes, I believe it's the second to the last.
2862.
Yeah,
2862 is the last bill. It's item 31, members.
Madam Chair and members, this actually relates to a bill that I carried once. Hopefully, the third time will be the charm, and this bill by Assemblymember O'Donnell will pass. But this relates to the visual and performing arts standards. AB 2862 authorizes the updating of California's academic contact standards in visual and performing arts to make sure that our students have access to state-of-the-art curriculum and instruction in the arts. We know that research has shown the connection between arts education and student engagement. Again, students staying in school and relating positively to the school community. We know that art education leads to higher test scores and reduces truancy and dropout rates. California's current standards in the visual and performing arts were adopted 15 years ago. They are the farthest behind in any of our state standards right now. So with the adoption of our Common Core state standards, art education has a key opportunity for updating its standards to reflect the opportunities for critical thinking and inquiry that are in the Common Core. We know that 10% of California's jobs are in the creative industry. So it's also in our economic interest to provide students the most current and relevant and creative instruction possible in the visual performing arts. In support today, I have two witnesses, Armelind De La O, President of the California Arts Education Association and the Visual and Performing Arts Coordinator for San Bernardino County, and Santiago Sabado, the band director at Ponderosa High School in Shingle Springs and president of the California Music Educators Association.
Thank you. This has support on both sides, so welcome to the committee.
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, Madam Chair and members of the committee. My name is Armelind De La O, President of the California Art Education Association and co-sponsor of AB 2862. It has been 15 years since California adopted art standards. In that time, many changes have taken place within education, the arts, technology, and student learning expectations. AB 2862 calls for the much-needed updating of our state art standards. The California Department of Education recognizes it takes a team to provide the state's students with an education that prepares them for the 21st century. Their mission states, California will provide a world-class education for all students from early childhood to adulthood. New visual and performing arts standards can contribute to this mission and move arts education from the 20th century into the 21st century. New National Core Art Standards were released in 2014 that are research-based, include current disciplinary pedagogies, support standards content literacy development, and reflect the role and use of new technologies in each arts discipline. The new National Art Standards support embedded curricular approaches of content literacy and language development found in other recently adopted California content standards and can easily serve as the basis for California standards. Arts teachers across the country using these new standards are experiencing a smooth transition and find them relevant for today's learners. With any adoption of new sets of standards, professional learning for teachers and administrators must take place to support implementation. The California Arts Project, the state subject matter project for the arts, is prepared to support new standards implementation and collaborate with the California Department of Education, the 4 arts education organizations, and county offices to support visual, performing, and career arts educators when new standards are adopted. In closing, AB 2862 will allow California to begin the process of updating and adopting new art standards to prepare students for college and careers of the 21st century. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Santiago Sabato, and I'm here representing the California Music Educators Association, CMEA, proud co-sponsors of AB 2862. I am also the director of bands at Ponderosa High School and the El Dorado Union High School District. First, I'd like to thank our author, Patrick O'Donnell, for carrying this important piece of legislation that creates a pathway for the revision of California's visual and performing arts. Back in 2013, SB 1390 was signed into law to update and review the visual and performing arts standards, educational policies, priorities, instructional practices, resources, and technology have advanced significantly in the past 15 years. CMEA believes that the standards are in need of revision to ensure that California's students receive the most updated and aligned visual and performing arts curriculum. Standards provide the crucial roadmap that guides the teacher's instruction. Therefore, new standards are needed to best prepare our students to be creative, critical thinkers, as well as effective communicators and collaborators. The 2015 Otis report on the creative economy found that 10% of California's jobs are in the creative industry, and 8% of the state's gross state product is related to the arts. These jobs are in multiple industries from entertainment to technology. It is in California's best economic interest to provide our students with the most current instruction in the visual and performing arts to prepare them for college and careers in the 21st century. With the recent federal revision of the Elementary and Secondary Education Act, replacing No Child Left Behind, and the Every Student Succeeds Act, in which all children are guaranteed a well-rounded education, with music and arts being called out as core subjects. We must get up to speed in our instruction within the visual and performing arts in California. It is truly time for an updated visual and performing arts curriculum, and I ask for your support on AB 2862. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Others in support of the bill?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Kathy Lynch, representing the California Alliance for Arts Education and the California Association for Health, Physical Education, Recreation, Dance, and Strong Support. I want to thank Senator Hancock and Assemblyman O'Donnell for their leadership in this area. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, Madam Chair and members. Leangela Reed on behalf of the Association of California School Administrators in strong support.
Thank you.
Good morning, Carol Kosovar on behalf of the California State PTA in strong support.
Thank you.
Good morning, Madam Chair and members. Isabel Garcia on behalf of the California Teachers Association in strong support.
Thank you.
Good morning, Blake Longfellow from the California Educational Theater Association. We strongly support this bill.
Thank you.
Martha Zaragoza Diaz, representing the California Association for Bilingual Education and Californians Together, and we support the bill. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, Dr. Melissa Bramham, California Dance Education Association and California Arts Project in strong support of the bill.
Thank you. Okay, any others in support? Any opposition to the bill? The committee didn't receive any opposition. Any questions from members? There is a conversation about standards, you know, and the priority, and who has priority. And I know that we've tried to recommend a priority list to the governor, and he doesn't seem to be very responsive. So I guess we just good luck, right? It's an ongoing discussion, right? And so I think we'll just have to see where it all lines up. Senator, would you like to close?
Simply, I think, as you can see, arts educators are ready to engage in this conversation. And the bill simply asks the superintendent to work with them to develop these standards. They've already been laid out by the National Core Arts Standards. And it is time since...
Okay, before it gets overtime. All right. Senator Pan, did you have a question? No. All right, is there a motion on the bill? All right, Senator Pan moves the bill. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, this is item 31, AB 2862. The motion is due pass to appropriations. Lou?
Aye.
Lou, aye. Block?
Aye.
Block, aye. Hancock?
Aye.
Hancock, aye. Huff?
Aye.
Huff, aye. Leyva? Leyva, aye. Mendoza? Monning? Monning, aye. Pan?
Aye.
Pan, aye. Vidak? Vidak, aye.
Thank you. Senator, are you going to be coming back to the committee?
I'll come back as soon as budget is over or when you need me to vote.
Well, I mean, either that or we can open the roll right now and you can take a vote on the consent calendar.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Do that.
Okay, Hancock?
Consent.
Yes. Hancock,
Aye.
Hancock, aye. Huff?
Aye.
Huff, aye. Mendoza? Monning?
Aye.
Monning, aye. That's 8-0 on the consent.
8-0 on the consent. We'll leave that roll open for Senator Mendoza. Okay, and I think you have one more. You want to catch up? Senator, would you like to catch up on another one? We did the Rodriguez bill on compression.